5 worst juices you should never drink, and 5 you must have daily. Have you ever stopped to think that the juice you drink every morning, believing you're taking care of your health, might actually be harming your heart, your memory, and even your blood pressure? This is happening in millions of homes, especially among people over 60, who are taught to believe that juice is always healthy. But the truth is, not all juice is a health ally. Some are real villains in disguise, loaded with hidden sugars, chemical additives, and combinations that inflame the body, disrupt blood sugar levels, and compromise cardiovascular health. And the most concerning part, many of these juices are being consumed every day on an empty stomach by people who already have high blood pressure, diabetes, or circulation issues. In other words, they're trying to take care of themselves, and without knowing it, they're poisoning their bodies. But the good news is, this path can be corrected today. You're going to discover the 5 worst juices every senior should avoid immediately, and the 5 natural and therapeutic juices you should drink every day to live with more energy, clarity, and real health. And the best part? These juices don't require expensive ingredients or fancy equipment. They're simple, accessible, and functional combinations that help balance blood pressure, reduce inflammation, boost memory, and protect the kidneys. But before we dive in, tell us in the comments, which city or state in the US are you watching from? We always love to know how far our tips are reaching. And of course, if you're not yet subscribed to the Age with Strength channel, make sure to subscribe now. Every week, we share practical, safe, and trustworthy tips to help you age with strength, independence, and true health. And a quick note, this content is for informational purposes only and does not replace medical advice. If you take medication for blood pressure, diabetes, or cholesterol, talk to your doctor before making any changes to your diet. Now let's get to the most surprising part, the 5 worst juices that seem healthy, but that every senior should avoid. The 5 worst juices seniors should never consume. Number 5, 100% fruit-boxed, juicy. See them on supermarket shelves with eye-catching labels. No added sugar, 100% natural, rich in vitamin C sounds healthy. But behind those colorful packages lies one of the biggest dietary traps for people over 60. Why is this juice so dangerous? Even when the label says 100% fruit, this type of juice is highly processed. It goes through heating and filtering, which strips away most of the original fiber and nutrients. Contains concentrated fructose, the natural sugar in fruit, which, in excess, acts almost like refined sugar in the body. And without the fiber from the whole fruit, that sugar enters your bloodstream quickly, causing spikes in blood sugar and insulin. For a senior with pre-diabetes insulin resistance or high blood pressure, this can mean increased risk of chronic inflammation, worsening kidney health, and imbalances in brain circulation, which can affect memory and even mood. A 240 milliliters glass of boxed apple juice can contain up to 26 grams of sugar. That's the equivalent of 6 teaspoons. Even if it's labeled natural, the effect on your body is basically the same as drinking flat soda, and the worst part, because it's liquid, it doesn't satisfy hunger. In other words, you're consuming a lot of sugar without even realizing it. Is there any exception? If it's cold-pressed, 100% fruit juice, with no pasteurization, no additives, and consumed in small amounts alongside a fiber-rich meal. The impact is smaller, but even so, the best choice is always the whole fruit. Ideally, make juice at home, using the whole fruit with the peel when possible. Add water, seeds like chia or flaxseed, and keep the pulp, or better yet, eat the fruit in pieces, along with some nuts like walnuts to help balance the glycemic load. Packaged juice might seem convenient, but for your brain, your kidneys, and your heart, it's an extra burden your body doesn't need. Number 4, packaged grape juice. The poison disguised as wine grape juice is often linked to heart health, wine, antioxidants, and the idea of a natural remedy. But when we're talking about ready-to-drink grape juice sold in bottles or cartons, the reality is very different. This is, without a doubt, one of the most harmful juices for anyone over 60, especially those dealing with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or kidney problems. What makes this juice so harmful? Extremely high sugar content. Extremely high sugar. Grape juice is made from very sweet grapes and contains no fiber, resulting in a very high glycemic load. A 200 milliliters glass can contain over 30 grams of fructose, that's about 7 teaspoons, of sugar, it overburdens the kidneys and liver, this fructose overload, especially on an empty stomach, strains the liver and increases triglyceride production. It also puts pressure on the kidneys, making proper filtration harder, which is particularly dangerous for anyone with reduced kidney function. It raises blood pressure. Many packaged grape juices contain hidden sodium, along with preservatives like metabolite sulfite, which can raise blood pressure and irritate the digestive system. It's true that grapes contain resveratrol, a powerful antioxidant. However, in ready-to-drink juice, especially if it's pasteurized and concentrated, the amount of resveratrol is minimal. You'd have to drink liters of it to reach a therapeutic dose, and that would do far more harm than good. If you want to enjoy the benefits of grapes, go for fresh dark grapes with skin and seeds in small portions, or a homemade juice diluted with water, unstrained and unsweetened, consumed alongside a meal rich in fiber and healthy fats. That way, the glycemic impact is lower, and your body absorbs the antioxidants more efficiently, without being overloaded. Grape juice may seem healthy, but for anyone over 60, it can be one of the biggest dietary traps. Number 3, green juice with sweet fruits and sweeteners. The fit drink Illusionate looks like the picture of health. Bright green color, packed with leafy greens, tropical fruits, and sometimes even a touch of ginger. It's sold at gyms, wellness clinics, and even natural cafes. But what many people don't realize is that this type of juice, when poorly put together, can do more harm than good, especially for those over 60 or anyone with high blood pressure, elevated blood sugar, or fatty liver. What's wrong with this juice? Too many sweet fruits, ripe bananas, mango, pineapple, green grapes, all together and in large amounts. The result: a fructose overload that spikes glucose, stimulates insulin, and puts pressure on the liver. Overuse of artificial sweeteners or too much honey. Many of these juices are sweetened with processed stevia, xylitol, agave, or even honey, aiming for a natural label, but even these sweeteners, in excess, can affect insulin sensitivity and throw off your gut microbiome. Lack of real fiber. In many cases, the greens are blended with a lot of water and then strained, leaving little fiber in the drink. The result? The fruit sugar hits the bloodstream too fast, which can trigger glucose spikes and even mental fog. As the years go by, the body experiences greater difficulty metabolizing sugars quickly, reduced ability to regulate insulin, and a higher risk of developing insulin resistance and systemic inflammation. In other words, an overly sweet green juice could be silently feeding your worst enemy: metabolic imbalance. So how do you make a real green juice? A safe and effective version should include one low glycemic fruit, like green apple or pear. Use dark leafy greens, such as kale or spinach. Add seeds like ground chia or flaxseed. And, if possible, include ginger or lemon to support digestion and circulation. Blend everything with water or unsweetened coconut water. Don't strain it, don't sweeten it, and drink it along with a light meal, never on an empty stomach. Healthy green juice doesn't need to be sweet. It needs to be functional, combining the right ingredients to truly support your body and your brain. Number 2, smoothies with fruit, yogurt, and commercial granola. The fit breakfast disguise for many seniors. The day starts like this: a creamy smoothie with fruit-flavored yogurt, frozen banana, and a generous scoop of granola. Tastes sweet and pleasant. Seems healthy. But the truth is, this kind of drink can be one of the biggest triggers of blood sugar spikes, gut inflammation, and mental fog, all without the person even noticing. What's wrong with this mix? Fruit yogurts equals hidden sugar. Even the so-called light or low-fat versions are packed with artificial sweeteners, thickeners, and flavorings. The result? Disruption of your gut microbiome, which affects digestion, mood, and immunity. Ripe banana plus honey plus commercial granola equals glucose bomb combining. Sweet fruits with store-bought granolas, often loaded with glucose syrup, brown sugar, vegetable oils, and preservatives, creates a glycemic spike nearly equivalent to a milkshake. For seniors, this means pancreatic overload, fatigue, and even mental fog by mid-morning. Low functional value, despite the healthy look. These smoothies often trick the body, delivering quick energy followed by a metabolic crash that affects focus, energy, and can even impair mental clarity throughout the day. Why is this even more harmful after 6? As we age, the digestion of dairy and sugars slows down. The insulin response becomes less efficient, and an inflamed gut worsens the absorption of key nutrients for memory, like magnesium, B12, and choline. So, that breakfast might seem light, but it's actually weakening your brain, your gut, and your energy over time. Instead of the typical smoothie, try this plain full-fat natural yogurt with no added sugar. 1 low-glycemic fruit like berries or green apple, 1 tablespoon of ground chia or flaxseed. And if you want some crunch, use walnuts or homemade granola, free of sugar and harmful vegetable oils. Mix everything with a bit of water or unsweetened plant-based milk and enjoy it with a light protein source, like scrambled eggs or a bit of tofu. Not every smoothie is healthy. Some are just desserts in disguise, and a body over 60 deserves more respect and balance. Number 1. Pure orange juice on an empty stomach. The classic that silently wreaks havoc. It's a symbol of the American breakfast. It's in the commercials, in the movies, and on the table since many of our viewers were kids. But the hard truth is, a glass of pure orange juice on an empty stomach can be a real blow to your brain, your blood pressure, and your metabolic health. No. Fiber, concentrated fructose, when you squeeze 3 or 4 oranges to make a glass of juice. You're removing almost all the fiber. What's left is a high load of liquid fructose that rushes into your bloodstream, causing a serious glucose spike early in the day, triggers insulin, inflammation, and fatigue. That sugar spike causes a surge in insulin, followed by an energy crash, leading to mental fatigue and early hunger. Plus, excess fructose is processed in the liver, promoting fatty liver and chronic inflammation. Direct effect on blood pressure for people with hypertension. That glucose surge can also lead to fluid retention and an increase in blood pressure. The myth of vitamin C. Oranges are rich in vitamin C, but you can get vitamin C from many other sources with a much lower glycemic impact, like lemon, strawberries, broccoli, or acerola, cherries. And more importantly, excess vitamin C isn't even fully absorbed by the body. So that argument doesn't justify drinking pure orange juice daily, especially on an empty stomach. A safer alternative if you really want to have orange juice. Stick to no more than half a glass and always have it alongside a meal rich in fiber and healthy fats. Like avocado or boiled eggs, even better, swap it for fresh squeezed lemon water with a pinch of turmeric or ginger. It's refreshing, anti-inflammatory, and helps stimulate digestion. Now that you know which juices to avoid, it's time to discover the 5 juices you should be drinking every day to protect your brain, regulate your blood pressure, and boost your energy. The 5 natural juices you should drink every day with moderation and intention. After uncovering the worst offenders, those juices that inflame, unbalance, and silently sabotage the health of your body and mind, it's time to look at the other side of the coin, the juices that nourish, regulate, and strengthen. Because yes, the right juice, at the right time, with the right ingredients, can act as true natural medicine. And the best part? You don't need expensive supplements or miracle formulas. With fruits, seeds, roots, and a little knowledge, you can turn your glass of juice into a real dose of longevity. But a word of caution. All the juices we're about to show you work best when consumed in moderation, with fiber, and as part of a balanced eating routine. Number 5. Cucumber, lemon, and mint juice. Lightness, hydration, and circulation low in calories, highly hydrating, and full of essential minerals. This juice is perfect for those dealing with swelling, irregular blood pressure, and poor circulation, 3 very common issues after age 60. Cucumber is rich in potassium and silica, helping regulate body fluids and keep blood vessels more flexible. Lemon, aside from its alkalizing properties, supports the liver and improves digestion. And mint refreshes, soothes, and enhances the overall digestive process. How to prepare 1/2 cucumber with peel, juice of 1/2 lemon, a few fresh mint leaves, 1 glass of cold water, blend everything, and drink it with the fiber. Do not strain. Best consumed in the morning or between meals. It helps reduce fluid retention, deflate the body, and boost energy levels. Number 4, carrot, green apple, and turmeric juice. Focus immunity and cellular protection. This is a well-rounded functional juice. Carrot is rich in beta, which protects your eyes and improves skin health. Green apple has a low glycemic index, aids digestion, and brings lightness to the juice. And turmeric, as we've mentioned before, is anti-inflammatory and protects the brain, making it ideal for keeping the mind sharp and the body free from inflammation. How to prepare: 1 small raw carrot, well washed or organic. 1/2 green apple, with peel, 1/3 teaspoon of turmeric powder, or a small piece of fresh root. Cold water, just enough to blend. Optional, a pinch of black pepper to help with turmeric absorption. Blend all ingredients and drink, preferably mid-morning or as an afternoon. Snack. This juice helps to protect memory, reduce inflammation, and naturally boost immunity. Number 3, beet, diluted orange, and ginger juice. Active circulation and an oxygenated mind. Beets are one of the few natural sources of nitrates, compounds the body converts into nitric oxide, a natural vasodilator. This effect improves circulation, increases oxygen flow to the brain, and even enhances cognitive performance and physical energy. Orange, when used in small amounts and diluted, adds vitamin C and a light citrus touch. And ginger speeds up digestion, reduces inflammation, and improves nutrient absorption. How to prepare: 1/2 small raw beet, juice of 1/2 orange, 1 thin slice of fresh ginger, or 1/4 teaspoon of ginger powder. 1 glass of filtered or cold water. Blend everything together, do not strain, and drink it in the early afternoon or before a light walk. This juice helps to improve brain circulation, naturally lower blood pressure, and bring mental clarity to your daily tasks. Number 2, avocado, cacao, and cinnamon smoothie. Clean energy and brain protection. Avocado is a powerful source of healthy fats. Fiber, potassium, and magnesium, all essential for keeping the heart strong, the mind clear, and blood sugar levels stable. Pure cacao is rich in flavonoids that boost brain circulation and reduce the risk of cognitive decline. And cinnamon rounds it out with its glucose-regulating effects and antioxidant action. This combination provides sustained mental energy without sugar spikes, crashes, or inflammation. How to prepare: 1/4 of a ripe avocado, 1 teaspoon of pure unsweetened cacao powder, a pinch of ground cinnamon, 1/2 glass of unsweetened plant-based milk, almond, oat, or coconut. Optional, 1 tablespoon of ground chia or flaxseed for added fiber. Blend until creamy and enjoy as an afternoon snack or dessert replacement. This smoothie fuels the brain with high-quality fats, keeps you feeling full for hours, and supports a calmer, more focused, and well-protected mind. Number 1, coconut water with chia and lemon. Smart hydration and natural balance. Coconut water is one of the most electrolyte-rich natural beverages, packed with potassium and magnesium, essential for regulating blood pressure, maintaining a steady heartbeat, and preventing muscle cramps. Chia, when hydrated, forms a gel rich in fiber that helps regulate the intestines, improves satiety, and stabilizes blood glucose levels. Lemon adds freshness, vitamin C, and also alkalizes the blood, supporting digestion and gentle detoxification of the body. How to prepare: 200 milliliters of natural coconut water, not processed, juice of 1/2 lemon, 1 tablespoon of hydrated chia seeds. Let them soak in water for 10 to 15 minutes before mixing. Drink, preferably in the morning, on a light stomach, or between meals to stay hydrated and nourished without overloading the digestive system. This simple drink improves cellular hydration, supports gut health, and helps keep blood pressure under control, especially on hot days or during stressful situations. Now tell me honestly, would you like to learn more natural, safe, and effective ways to support your blood pressure, memory, digestion, pain relief, or sleep without relying solely on medications or spending a lot? Then you need to check out the Natural Healing Guide ebook. This guide was created for those seeking a more balanced and mindful path. Inside, you'll find scientifically backed teas and herbs, therapeutic foods, safe supplements, and easy-to-make home remedies, all with clear and straightforward explanations. Even for beginners, the link is in the first pinned comment on this video. Take advantage of this opportunity and start building a more natural, empowered, and clear path to health today. Aging with health isn't about extreme restrictions, fad diets, or miracle cures. It's about making conscious choices every day. And as we've seen in this video, even a simple juice can be a silent remedy, helping you sleep better, think more clearly, and feel more energized, or an invisible saboteur disrupting your blood pressure, harming your liver, and weakening your brain without you even noticing. The good news is, you have the power to choose today. You've learned what to avoid and what to prioritize. Now, all that's left is to take the first step. And now we want to hear from you. Which of the harmful juices were you drinking regularly, and which one will you cut out, starting today? And among the good ones, which one will you try first? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your experience might inspire someone else to do the same. And if this video helped you in any way, leave a like, share it with a family member, and subscribe to the Age with Strength channel. Here, you'll learn how to live with more independence, vitality, and wisdom even after 60, because the years may go by, but your strength, clarity, and health can keep getting better when you learn how to truly